Welcome to the October 2022 market update. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about all things interest rates, prices, and where the market's headed because I know everybody is wondering what's happening. First of all, interest rates. I know they reached over 7%, which is a high that we have not seen in a really, really long time. And notably has doubled since January this year. In January, they averaged about 3.5%. Now they're up to about that 6.5% mark, really changing the game for a lot of buyers that are out there. So for some people, on a micro level, interest rates going up obviously really sucks. It's going to impact your mortgage payment in a huge way. But for others, it's actually providing opportunity where they don't have to make multiple offers anymore because the demand for the houses has gone down a little bit, and we needed that to happen. The Fed raising rates, that had a trickle down effect on interest rates because they're trying to curb inflation. They're trying to calm that down, which we need that, and it's working. That, obviously has that effect on interest rates. For some people, on that micro level, it sucks. But if you were somebody who was trying to get, in the market in the last 6 months to a year, and you kept getting beat out and beat out and beat out by all those multiple offers and had to for $50,000 plus above list price, that no longer is happening as much. Sure, there are still certain areas in really high demand. We're still low on supply. But that's, kind of the pros and cons of that interest rate talk. Now, experts are projecting that the interest rates are going to be leveling out. Now, we still may be in the 6% range, maybe in up to 7. It's a little volatile right now, going up and down week after week. But starting into next year, we're supposed to start to see those level off. And hopefully by the end of 2023, the experts are projecting that it's supposed to calm down a little bit. Good news ahead if you're in the market to buy a house in the near future. Now, home prices. That is a big one too that people have lots of opinions about. The news is sharing lots of things. Let's talk about the facts and which actually is going on and what the experts are projecting. Right now, Dave Ramsey says it best. The root issue of what affects the home prices the most is supply and demand, and that's in any market. The supply is low and the demand is up, then you are going to have maintained prices or increasing in prices. And we are seeing that still happen. You might be noticing that there's some price drops happening in your area, and that might be true. However, that does not mean that overall home values are down. It just means that there were some sellers that were trying to price ahead of the market like they could have gotten away with 6 months ago, and they priced it, and then the market slowed down, and then they were ahead of where they should have been. So they've had to do some price drops in order to get their property sold. Don't freak out if you're seeing all these price reductions and thinking that value is actually going down. We are actually up still 16.7% year over year in home values. So double-digit appreciation is still happening as of right now in 2022. Experts are projecting even less. So we're going to see a decline in the rate of appreciation over the next few years, but we're not looking at seeing a tank, a dive. I shouldn't say no one's projecting that. Obviously, headlines are saying other things, but it's because you've got a range of different experts and economists and market strategists that are looking at numbers, but the vast majority of them are just projecting kind of a more step by step, anywhere from 3 to 6% appreciation over the next 2 to 5 years. So we can all take a sigh of relief that, nothing should be tanking. No one has that crystal ball at the end of the day, but we have to look at the facts and what the experts are saying, not just, the headlines, because the news is not necessarily there to give us the full picture. That being said, one stat that I thought was super important and pretty crazy to think about is that homeowners reached, as of Q3 this year, they reached an average of $320,000 of home equity. So that means that was wealth that was created just by owning and using a home, which is insane for people. Having that be the national average is the highest that it's ever been. To me, that's not doom and gloom. That's an amazing thing for people who are homeowners. Knowing that and knowing that you can utilize that wealth in a lot of different ways is such a great strategy and tool for the people that have taken advantage of home ownership. Because as we all know, In a rental situation, you're paying 100% interest, and you're paying to build the wealth of your landlord. If you are unsure, if let's say you do want to make a move and you are thinking about, okay, well, is now a good time? And what should I do? What do I even ask? How do I know? I hear all these things. Ask me. I can help you. I've got lender partners, I've got vendors, lots of people in this industry who are experts that do things really, really well. And we can actually give you personalized advice about your situation. Because guess what? Maybe it's not a good time, but maybe it is. And you just don't know until you ask. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Happy to give you my advice and connect you with people who are going to help you the most in your situation. Thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout next month as I will give you another market update and keep you up to speed on what's happening in the real estate world.